Sergeant Matt Hill. I've been at the Sheriff's Office for 13 years and started in the jail. Did 2 years in the jail, went to the police academy while I was in the detention division, came back, promoted to corporal inside the jail just because I kind of wanted to show I've got leadership potential and kind of step out of my comfort zone a little bit. And did that for several months and then went to uniform patrol, did some time in uniform patrol, and then for the last decade I've been in the narcotics unit and working at K9. It's an exciting time here. We're expanding our entire agency, kind of in accordance with the growth that's taking place in the county right now. We're almost done with our $150 million new facility. We're anticipating moving in there at the end of this summer. So growing that jail division, adding 100 plus officers to our ranks, it's a challenge, but this is a great place to work. This is a time where you can come in at that ground floor, that entry level detention officer position, and you can really just set the trajectory of your career. We're gonna have so many opportunities for different roles within the new detention facility and just at the agency. Every division is expanding. So you can come in now, you can get all your training, you can learn some of those skills like the conflict resolution, the interpersonal communication, the stuff that really makes you excel in that jail setting. It transfers into any division that you want to go to later in your career. So you can come in, develop all these skills, learn to work with the team, learn how our organization handles everything, and you really kind of set your reputation as a deputy right there in that starting ground at that entry level detention officer position. You start making a name for yourself, you work really hard, and the future's yours. You can do anything that you want here. If you want to go to uniform patrol, there's a very clear defined pathway for that to happen. You come in, you work hard, you get sent to the police academy. We have openings on uniform patrol. We absolutely want to take the homegrown talent here and insert them into those road positions. Give you the opportunity to go out, answer the calls for service, learn how to do the policing out on the street, and then from there, with just a couple years of experience, you can do anything that you want. You can go be a detective, you can go work at the courthouse in civil, you can be a bailiff, you can deliver the civil papers, you can go into the school resource officer, you can work with the youth, you can coach sports, you can do all of those things just starting from this entry detention officer position. The trajectory of your career is in your hands. So you can do any of it. You can come work K9, you can work narcotics, you can assess for the CERT team, and it's really just whatever you want to do. So you come in, kind of get an idea of what in law enforcement interests me. A lot of people don't have an idea when they get into this job. They just see the blue lights on the side of the road, but this job is so much more than just traffic stops or going to alarm calls for service. We offer so many different avenues for you to really excel. If you are somebody that's super savvy with technology, then you can come in and you can do internet crimes, you can do fraud, you can do all the banking crimes that we have where people go in and they steal all your information and run your credit card bill up. That takes somebody that has that type of skill set to be able to go in and meticulously get through the numbers and understand how to integrate with the technology and apps on phones. Yeah, it was just such an easy transition coming from an athletic career, coming into law enforcement. I wanted a physical job. I wanted a job that was still going to be challenging, something that I still continuously had to train for, and this offered me just that. So it was also this much more than the athletic career, I think, gave me the capability to expand from the mental side, right? I could go in and I had to study and I had to learn new things, whether it was policies and procedures or state laws. And then I had to get with the team and I had to see, how do we implement these things? How does this agency handle wrecks? How do we do these calls for service? How do we process the evidence? How am I going to go now that I've made a case and go into a superior courtroom and be able to stand up in front of the judge and the defense attorney and justify the things I did? And going all the way through each step of that, from getting a call for service to making a case, all the way through the prosecution, I think that is an exciting part of it. That's a component that a lot of people don't think about, but we train you the whole way through to be successful. You know what you're doing is right. You understand why you're doing what you're doing from a law and a procedural standpoint, and then you can go justify those actions on the back end and help with the prosecution as a witness. So that part of it is is very challenging, but it's very rewarding. Being able to be good at your job and know that you're doing the right thing to help these people, help these victims, and you're knocking it out of the park. From the athletic background to this, it is a physically demanding job. It's something that, it can put a lot of stress on your body, put a lot of stress on your mind. And what we do at the Sheriff's Office specifically is offer a bunch of routes and avenues for you to be as absolutely dialed with all of that as you can be. Whether that is our state-of-the-art gym, whether that is the multiple certified coaches that we have to assist you with the programming of your workouts. We have a health clinic that is fully funded by the county. So if you get an illness or you get sick, you go right over there, $0 copay, go right in, make the appointment online. They're happy to see you, 100% free for you and all your dependents. But then we also have partnerships in place with wellness centers where you can go get things like cryotherapy or infrared sauna or IV treatment or intramuscular B vitamin complex injections. So the Sheriff's Office is really committed to the longevity of your career. They've invested a lot of time and a lot of money in you, and they want to see you have the longevity in your career to be able to operate at the highest level for as long as possible. So that is definitely a focus of ours, and having all these different things in place really gives you as the deputy the tools to come in, take care of yourself, make sure that everything that you have to do, whether it's workouts, nutrition, all the way to the wellness component, we have it all dialed and it's all available to you. It just feels like support. It's support from the top. It's all the command staff, from the sheriff to our majors to our captains. You're talking about people that have done this job. They're not just administrators sitting behind desks in offices. It's very common for you to go out and the sheriff be working an accident, a traffic accident. After being at Walton County for all these years, the reason that we still choose to stay is because of that leadership. They give us all the tools that we need to be successful, and ultimately, if we're doing the right thing, they're going to have our back. So from that team building dynamic, you have the great leaders up front kind of paving the way and supporting you the entire way through your career, and that's from the training side, all of it. They're going to make sure that you have the tools necessary for you to be successful at your job. So, but it's that team dynamic, right? You show up and you perform and you want to work hard and you want to do well and you want to be somebody that your teammates can trust. You want to be somebody that your zone partner can depend on. When you get that scary call in the middle of the night, that they're excited when you show up on scene because they know that you're locked in and you're there and you're going to protect them and you're going to work hand in hand with them, and you guys are going to come to whatever resolution is necessary and you're going to do it in the safest manner possible. Something I think that sets the Walton County Sheriff's Office apart from another place that you could work is the community, the leadership, the personnel that work here. You're going to come to work every day. You're going to have support. You're going to have the tools you need to do your job. And it's a great atmosphere. Tons of support from the community, modern technology, a brand new facility. It's just a dope place to work.